How you doing, guys? Today we're going to be talking about what comes in this box right here. This is a knife from Exodus Knife and Tools. My friend Jacob Peterson, he owns the company, and this is his knife. It is produced by White River Knives for him. They make the knife for him. He designs the knife and prototypes them out. So we're going to talk about this. This is the AdventureCraft. This is one of their smaller knives. Going over basic its uses, how I see it for my needs, where I see it for my needs, and just showing a quick demonstration of how it could be used for you. Coming right up. Alright guys, so this is how the knife comes. It comes in this actually nice wooden box. So this is how you would get it shipped to you. When you open the box up, you're going to find the knife in it. It has got quite the nice Kydex sheath. You could wear this with a soft loop in any number of ways. I mean, it's got really good retention on the sheath itself. Also has a drainage hole in the bottom. I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but you can kind of see it right there at the bottom. Also in the box, you're going to get this nice leather tag. You could put this, actually, I probably will wind up using the leather for a lanyard. I don't know what I'll use the tag for, but you could put that on luggage. You could put that on your bag. You get a sticker from Exodus Knife and Tool. And you also get a certificate, and basically gives you the details of the knife, the blade type, and other information, and a signature from Jacob. So all in all, the presentation with the knife is very, very, very good. And granted, I understand that that doesn't mean it's going to be a good knife, but I have found that people that put effort into this kind of thing generally also put effort into the actual product because they give a shit. So there's that. The knife itself, the way I see it is this would be added to my everyday carry bag. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, I'll drop a link below where I basically go over how I've updated it. It's been a popular video, so this will be added to that. I won't be using the soft loop. What I am going to be using is an ulti-clip. I don't have it yet. I was hoping to have it for this video, but I don't have it. Maybe I'll put in just updated photos at some point. But the idea is it's a very small, unassuming knife. I have very large hands, so it's not quite as clear how big it is. But I want to go over the specs and sizes. I want to get a close look at it, and also show you some uses for it and how I would use it, how you could use it. So I'm going to bring the camera in a little closer for that coming up, and also get into the actual physical specs of the knife itself coming right at you. So here we go, guys. This is the AdventureCraft. This is a little bit of a closer look at the knife itself. I really do like the retention on the sheath. It is nice and solid, the lockup on it. This is a soft loop that's on there right now. Like I had said before, I'll be switching this out for an ulti-clip, which is on its way. I'll probably get some pictures up of that once it comes in. These three holes here on the sheath, if I had to guess, are set up for tech lock. It's kind of a standard setup, but I would refer to the website about that to be sure. As far as size reference goes, this is a Spyderco Shaman, so you can kind of see when you line these up that the blade stock is almost exactly the same length. It's about a 1/4 inch different. As far as thickness goes, they're almost identical in their stock thickness, which is really nice for such a small knife because it's going to give it a little bit of rigidity. It's going to be less likely to break on you. Although this obviously isn't made for splitting wood, it is made for simple tasks around either your everyday setup or around the campfire. As far as actual length of the knife itself, we are looking at about 3 1/4 for the length for the blade, and a little over 7 inches on the length for the knife itself. So it's not a bad size. It's not a big knife. It's not a small knife. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Basic knife tasks, basically doing kitchen prep, for your campfire cooking, or just so you can cut an apple, for lunch. It does a decent job of slicing. It's obviously not going to be as good as a knife that is dedicated for slicing, but the idea of this is it does a little bit of everything. Whether it's a knife, whether it's an onion or a potato, it seems to do a fine job. If all you had was, if you had your kielbasa, you could easily cut it out of its packaging with it. It does have a very, very, very sharp blade to it, which is nice to see. And it's going to do a fine job of cutting whatever it is you needed to cut, which is pretty obvious. Okay, so basic uses for a knife. Like I had said before, the knife itself has a notch in the back that is made for a ferro rod. This is an Uberling ferro rod that I have here. This is what's in my pack. Obviously, you're better off using a Bic lighter, but if you were down to just this, it's not a bad option. Basically, you would line up the notch in the back with the ferro rod and strike down. What I also have in my pack is this piece here. This is an Uberlin hemp rope match. Basically, the idea is you light it and you draw this metal over it, and that gives you a match you can put in a fire to start your kindling. Let's see if I can get this thing to start for me. Up. There we go. First try, not bad. As you can see, the flame has started, and then if you wanted to put it out, you just draw it through and your fire is out. So this is a really good companion for these things right here, in my personal opinion, because altogether it's a very small package. Okay, other things you could do with the knife obviously is getting things like feather sticks for your kindling, which this obviously can easily do. I am not a bushcrafter. I don't claim to be a bushcrafter. If I'm going to start a fire, the easiest way to do it is with some gasoline in a match, or with a Bic lighter, like I said before. But it does the job and fills that bill pretty well. So that is basically, that is the AdventureCraft knife. I think it's going to be a great addition for my pack. The idea of this is that it's an unassuming, not a huge knife, and it'll be great for the scout trips that I do with my daughter. So that's it, guys. A pretty straightforward video for you. I just wanted to highlight this knife and also the company that makes it, which is Exodus Knife and Tools. I do whatever I can to support people that I like. I support people that believe in the things that I believe in. I support brothers that I know that if I needed a hand or if I needed something from them, they would do whatever they could to help me. I look for that. I seek that out. Whether it be Andrew from Combat Art Training, or whether it be training with people like Prepared Patriot, whoever the person is. Jacob is kind of the same thing. I featured his slings before on the channel. His sling still rides as the rifle is with me every single day of the week. Every day has his sling on it, and I think that does say something about the products that he makes. This is just another one. I've been wanting to get one of these for a long time. I finally decided to grab one. I believe when I bought this on the website, don't quote me, but I believe it was about $150 to $170, somewhere in there. I'm going to link below, obviously, for the knife itself. He has other models. He has bigger ones than this. All of this stuff is fantastic. So again, this is going to wind up in my pack. This is going to go with me on scouting trips. Because the reality is that in some places, if I pull this knife out or some of the others that I have, people get intimidated by it. Whereas if I pull out this thing, they're much less likely to be intimidated by that small blade. Not that I necessarily care what people think, but to a certain extent, with working with the scouts, I do have to neuter myself a little bit, edit myself a little bit. But either way, this is a great addition. And I think this would make a great knife, like first knife for a teenage boy who's going down that path of like the scouts and stuff, I think this would be a really, really good option for that. And again, support good people. Support companies that believe in what you believe in. Support companies that will support you in turn. It's really important. Your money has power. Use that power to your best of your ability. So that's it, guys. This is the AdventureCraft knife. Kind of a long video for a simple knife, but I wanted to make sure it got highlighted properly. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying this new year, as today is New Year's Day 2023. I hope you have a plan to make yourself better, to make yourself stronger, to make yourself happier. And that's it, guys. Remember, your path is out there. Go find it.